Hi guys, this is Dr. MK. In this video, I am going to explain what you mean by hybridization and how will you able to identify hybridization of an organic molecule in a shortcut way. And I am also going to explain how will you able to find out sigma and pi bonds in a given organic molecule. So you must understand the basic definition of hybridization. Hybridization is generally defined as when atomic orbitals having similar in energy, they mix together to form equivalent number of molecular orbitals. When two atomic orbitals are mixing means you will get two molecular orbitals. If they are mixing three atomic orbitals means you will get three molecular orbitals. If four atomic orbitals are mixing, you will get four molecular orbitals. So this is a basic definition. So let us have this example. This is the electronic configuration of carbon atom. So carbon electronic configuration is helium 2s to 2p2. So this is a ground state electronic configuration. So when it undergoes excitation, one electron from 2s will go to the empty orbital of 2p, leading to the formation of this excited form. So this is excited state electronic configuration. Here you have 2s, here you have 2px, 2py and 2pz. Okay, so there are three possible type of hybridization, mixing of orbitals. So this is s orbital and this is p orbitals. So they can mix in three possible ways. So first thing is when one s orbital is mixing with one p orbital. So there are two atomic orbitals are mixing, you will get two molecular orbitals. So this will be forming an orbital known as sp hybridized orbital. So you can say that two orbitals are mixing, as a result you will get two molecular orbitals. So this is a general sp hybridized orbital. If you happen to check the particular structure of sp hybridized orbital means, so you can see this is a final sp hybridized orbital. So this is sp, whatever the blue color I have given, that is sp. So that is black color will be considered to be py and orange color will be considered to be pz. These two py and pz orbitals are unhybridized p orbitals. Means they do not participate in hybridization. So they are said to be unhybridized orbitals. Okay, so if you happen to check these electrons, one electron will be having in py, so that electron has been given here, and pz will be having one electron, that is also given here, and two sp orbitals having one electron each. So this is the general orbital structure of sp hybridized orbital. So now let us have the another possibility. See, this one s orbital can mix with two p orbitals. They will form sp2 hybridized orbital. So in this case you can check three atomic orbitals are mixing, leading to the formation of three molecular orbitals. So this is a sp2 hybridized orbital. If you happen to check the full geometry of sp2 hybridized orbital means you have one more unhybridized orbital which is known as pz. So that has been given here. So this is pz. You can call it as py or px, whatever way you can call it. So I am generally giving pz. Okay, so you can also give py, nothing wrong in this. So this is said to be unhybridized p orbital, and this is a geometry of sp2 hybridized orbital. So the third possibility is one s orbital can mix with all the three orbitals, that is three possibilities you have will form orbital known as sp3. So there are four orbitals are mixing and they are leading to formation of four molecular orbitals. So the general geometry of sp3 orbital will remain as such because all orbitals are underwent hybridization. So it will form this orbital known as sp3. This is about the shape of sp and sp2, sp3 hybridized orbitals. Let us go to the geometry of hybridized orbitals. So in this case of sp, you have these orbitals are given in the form of bonds. Okay, so this is a bond. If you happen to check the bond angle between these two here is 180 degree, and the geometry of sp hybridized orbital is linear. So this is going to be important one. So if you check here, this is a central atom, carbon atom. So here you have one bond, one bond, one bond. So that is drawn in the form of this way. So the bond angle is 120 degree and the geometry is trigonal planar. So if you happen to check here, this is a central atom. Here you have four different bonds. So that has been drawn in this way. So this is the bond angle 109 degree, 28 minutes, otherwise known as 109.5 degree. So that geometry is tetrahedral. So one must know this. So sp hybridization means linear, sp2 means trigonal planar, and sp3 means tetrahedral. That is, geometry as well as shape will be remaining same in all the three cases. So let us understand how the bond is forming. For example, there are two types of bond in organic chemistry. That is, a covalent bond can be two types. One is sigma, another one is pi bond. So when sigma bond will form, when the orbitals are approaching each other in a linear fashion. It is said to be linear overlap. So they will make a new bond and lead to the formation of a bond known as sigma bond. What is the other possibility? When the two orbitals are parallel to each other like this way means, so it will form a bond known as pi bond. It is called as lateral overlap or sideways overlap. So linear overlap means it will form sigma bond, lateral overlap means it will form pi bond. So coming to the energy of these two bonds, sigma bonds are considered to be stronger than pi bond. So energy of sigma bond will be higher. So you need to supply more energy to break this sigma bond, and pi bond will be weaker. You can supply very less energy means it will be broken. Okay. So you must understand the difference. So this is stronger and this is weaker in nature. Okay, so now I will explain how the bond formation is taking place between alkane, alkene and alkyne. So let us take this orbital is considered to be sp3. So this is sp3. When they are overlapping here, you can check these two orbitals are approaching in a linear fashion. So they will make a new bond called as sigma bond, right? So it will form a bond called as sigma bond. So when you have another example where you have sp2 hybridized orbital and sp2 hybridized orbital, they are mixing together, that is, they are approaching together. So here that orbitals are approaching in a linear fashion and it will form sigma bond, and here that orbitals are parallel to each other. You can check here. So they will approach together. It will lead to formation of a bond known as pi bond. So you can check here, the sigma bond is given in green in color and pi bond is given in black in color. So we have one more example where sp hybridized orbital and sp hybridized orbital, they are making a bond. So here you can check these two orbitals are approaching in a linear fashion. So this is a sigma bond. You can check these two black orbitals are parallel to each other. They will form a bond known as pi bond. And here the orange bonds also, they are parallel to each other and they also will form a bond known as pi bond. Here alkyne means you have a triple bond where the middle carbon is sigma bond and these two bonds are having pi bonds. So this is alkane, alkene, alkyne. So alkane means you have sp3, that is single bond, otherwise known as sigma bond. Alkene means the hybridization is sp2 and here you have one sigma, one pi bond. And alkyne means you have sp hybridization, you have one sigma bond and two pi bonds. So you must understand this. So let us understand the shortcut rule of hybridization. I have categorized in two types, that is carbon as central atom and nitrogen as central atom. If carbon as a central atom means you have three rules, that is, if carbon atom is connected by 4 sigma bonds, single bond means sigma bond, the hybridization is sp3. If the carbon atom is connected to 3 sigma bonds, means the hybridization is sp2. If the carbon atom is connected to 2 bond means, that is sigma bond means the hybridization is sp. So similar case, in the case of nitrogen, when nitrogen is connected to 4 sigma bond, otherwise you have 3 sigma bonds, sp3 hybridization. If the nitrogen atom is connected to 2 sigma bond means it is sp2 hybridized, and if nitrogen atom is connected to only 1 sigma bond means the hybridization is sp. So you must know these two rules. If you know this rule means you can give the answer very easily. Let us have few examples here. So if a molecule is given like this means you need to expand the molecule. For example, this carbon is connected to 3 hydrogen atom. The hydrogen atom should be given single bond only because hydrogen valency is only 1. So here you have a carbon with 1 hydrogen atom that is connected by a single bond. Here you have a double bond, carbon with a single bond, and single bond you have carbon with 3 hydrogen atom which is connected by single bond. So whenever hybridization is coming means you need to consider only sigma bonds. You can check the rule. I have given only for sigma bond. You should not consider pi bond. So whatever the pi bond is there, that I am omitting, and if you check the all sigma bonds, you can give the hybridization. So if you happen to check, the carbon atom is connected by 4 sigma bond, that is 4 sigma bond means sp3. You can check the rule here. So here you check the carbon atom is connected by 3 sigma bond, 3 sigma bond means sp2. Here you have 3 sigma bonds, that is sp2. Here you have 4 sigma bonds, that is sp3. So this is a general hybridization. One can give the answer very easily. So here you have one more example. Just you expand the molecule. Carbon is connected to 3 hydrogen atom by a single bond. Carbon, triple bond, carbon, 3 single bonds. So you have a triple bond. Triple bond means, as I said already, there will be 2 pi bond, 1 sigma bond. Just omit the 2 pi bonds. So now you can find out the hybridization. Here you have 4 sigma bond, that is sp3. Here you have 2 sigma bond, sp. Here you have 2 sigma bond, that is sp. Here you have 4 sigma bond, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that is sp3. So let us have one more question. So this type of questions can be asked in NEET examination. So just expand the molecule. And once you expand means, just omit the 2 pi bonds here and one more pi bond, that is overall 3 pi bond I have omitted. And if you check the hybridization means, this is sp3, this is sp2, sp2. You can have 4 sigma bond, that is sp3. Here you have 2 sigma bond, sp, and then sp3. So now let us go to nitrogen as a central atom. Here the structure can be expanded like this. If you check the nitrogen atom, which is connected by 3 sigma bonds, so if you check the rule, 3 sigma bond means sp3. And here you have one more example, CH3. Just omit these 2 pi bonds. So nitrogen is connected by only 1 sigma bond. So the hybridization is sp. You can check here also, this is sp3, this is sp. So we have one more example. The compound name is pyridine. So nitrogen is considered to be the atom means, you can check here you have a single bond, here you have double bond. Double bond means there will be 1 pi bond and 1 sigma bond. Just omit the pi bond. And if you check, the nitrogen is connected by 2 sigma bonds. So hybridization is sp2. You can check the remaining carbon atoms and you can find out the hybridization, that will be sp2 only. So you try yourself. So now let us understand how will you able to identify number of sigma and pi bond. You have given one example. Just expand this molecule, that is carbon is connected to 3 hydrogen atom by a single bond. C single bond hydrogen, double bond, C single bond hydrogen, single bond, double bond, O hydrogen atom. Just omit this pi bond and this pi bond, and remaining all are sigma bonds. If you count that, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you have 10 sigma bonds and you have 2 pi bonds. That's it. So we have one more example here. You just expand this molecule, carbon double bond, carbon nitrogen, carbon nitrogen, carbon nitrogen, carbon nitrogen. So now you will ask a question. So what bond should be given between carbon and nitrogen? So for that you need to know only one thing, that is valency. The hydrogen valency is only 1, carbon valency is 4, nitrogen valency is 3, oxygen valency is 2, halogen mostly that is only 1. So what do you mean by valency is, that is only one bond can be formed if hydrogen atom is present. If it is carbon means there are 4 bonds should be around the carbon atom, nitrogen means 3 bonds should be there, oxygen means 2 bonds should be there, halogen means only 1 bond should be there. So that is a valency. And if you check, the nitrogen valency is 3, that means 3 bonds should be there between nitrogen and any atom, that is 3 bond has been given here. So if you compare that sigma and pi bond means, just take one bond here, that is triple bond means one sigma will be there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there are 9 sigma bonds. If you count the pi bond means here triple bond is there are 2 pi bonds. Here you have 2, 4, 6, 8. Here you have 1. So overall you have 9. So here you have 9 sigma and 9 pi bond. That's it. Question is solved. So let us go to some NEET exam questions. First question is asked in NEET 2018. So which of the following molecules represent the order of hybridization sp2, sp2, sp, sp from left to right atoms? So this is a question. So here you can check, this is an alkene system, double bond is present. Alkene means the hybridization is sp2, sp2. Here you have alkene, that is sp2, sp2. So the answer is not correct. Here you have alkene as well as alkyne. Alkene means hybridization is sp2, sp2. Here you have sp, sp. That's it. Question is solved. Within 1 minute you should be able to solve this question. Suppose, sir, I do not know these things, please explain properly. If you ask me, means yes, I will expand the structure. Hydrogen, hydrogen, you have double bond, see hydrogen, see triple bond, you have hydrogen. Just omit the pi bonds. Just I am omitting the pi bond. You can check here you have 3 sigma bond, that is sp2. Here you have 3 sigma bond, that is sp2, 1, 2, 3. Here you have 2 sigma bond, 1, 2, so that is sp. Here you have 2 sigma bond, that is sp. Okay, so remaining things you try to solve, they are wrong. So right answer is option 2. So we'll go to the other question. This was asked in last NEET, that is 2019 NEET examination. The question was the number of sigma and pi bonds in pent 2ene 4ine. Pent means you should have 5 carbon atom, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we give number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So here second position you have double bond, fourth position you have triple bond. So there are 4 options are given, and if you want to write the structure properly means this is a correct structure. So you need to expand this molecule. Hydrogen atom, double bond, C, hydrogen atom, single bond, C, triple bond, C, hydrogen atom. Okay, so if you check that pi bond, here 1 pi bond will be there, here you have 2 pi bonds will be there, so overall 3 pi bonds. And if you check with the option, so there is only one option, the answer is option A. So that's it, over. But if you want to get proper explanation means you check here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There are 10 sigma bonds. So without knowing any formula, any shortcut, if you write the structure properly, you are going to get the answer. We have a final example. So this example I will leave it to you. You try to solve and put it in the comment section. So that question was asked in, I think, medical entrance, that was cancelled, I think so. So the enolic form of ethyl acetoacetate as shown below has. So this is keto form. Here you have ketone. This form is called as enol. This is a question. So I am expanding the structure for you. CH3, single bond C, single bond O, single bond hydrogen. Here you have double bond C, single bond hydrogen, C, double bond O, O, single bond. Ethyl means CH2, CH3, we know that. Hydrogen, hydrogen, CH3. So this is the structure, and you are going to find out the answer and put it in the comment section. So guys, hope you understood the concept given in this video. And if you find the video is very much useful, give a like, share with your friends, and do not forget to subscribe the channel. And I will meet you all guys with an interesting topic. Until then, take care. Bye.